Yo, yo. Maryse is here. Hi, Taranka.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it
Hi, Sharon.
going?
Can you hear me?
I can see you and I can hear you.
Hi, can you hear me? Okay,
I can hear
perfect.
you.
How are
Okay.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, not bad. Surviving inside the house for almost like 3 weeks now. So,
Yeah. But Maryse, I just want to start this off by saying thank you so much for making the time to come. I know that you have been following me for like a long, long time. I think close to maybe like 2 years or two and a
yeah,
half years at
correct.
this
Yeah,
point, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. Yes, yes.
Crazy. Okay, but this is the first time we're properly like having a chat. So for the people who are joining us now and the people who will join us later or watch this later, this is Maryse. She is a 4x4 race car driver or race jeep driver. Like I'm probably gonna mess this up because you need to
Um,
tell me all about this.
yeah, it's off-roading. It's like jeeps and trucks and modified trucks. Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly, that's the one. And she actually, she and
Ashvita,
Ashwita,
yes, yes.
they placed third place in a tournament in 2016 as well. So cars have
And
clearly
18,
been your life,
2016
and
and
18 as
18.
well.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we were supposed to
amazing.
go last year as well, but then it didn't work out. So yeah. So
Very amazing. Like you're the first person I've had here that's like a racer. So like I'm super excited to like get to know you better. So Maryse, please tell us more. Am I pronouncing your name right as well?
correct, absolutely right, Maryse. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So Maryse, please tell us more about you and how did your love for racing come about?
Well, I've been into cars since I was a kid. I would say, like ever since I was a baby kid, like I've always been into cars. But I actually started go-kart racing about say 7 years ago. Um, and so I used to race. I used to take part in national events and endurances and whatever the races which came up. And in 2016, so that's karting. That's how I basically started racing, I would say. And how I got the opportunity to go to Malaysia was that was in 2016 actually. So okay, so the beginning, so myself and Ashita, we kart. We are friends from karting. So one night, Ashita just randomly called me up and she was like, "Hey, dude, you wanna like get into 4x4?" And by then, like, I didn't even have an idea of what like off-roading was. I mean, obviously, like I know what it is, but then I've never given it a try. Myself and Ashita both. Um, so yeah, so that was 2016. I would say somewhere in April, and so our event in Malaysia was in September, and we didn't have any idea. So Uncle Sean, he's like the boss of 4x4 in Sri Lanka. So he took us down to Kaluagala. That's a place where you can train, like pretty much like get a basic idea of like coordination wise in terms of the driver and the co-driver. So we went like one day we had a couple of practices, couple of hours, like, and then we flew to Malaysia in September. So that was like our first international event. We've not taken part in any four-wheel drive event up until September. So yeah.
That's insane. Like I'm just thinking in my head within like such a small period of time you were able to compete and get third place at a tournament.
Yeah, because I mean, we didn't know how tough it was until we actually got there. Like, I mean, we trained here, we had the basic training, but like when we got to Malaysia, we were the youngest team out of like, I don't know, there were about like 12 to 13 teams from like Italy, USA, Australia, Malaysia, all over the world. But we were the youngest and we were the tiniest out of them. Like that's when I
That's
actually like,
crazy.
so when we saw the other competitors, we were like, whoa, they're big, like they're massive. The ladies were like built. They were like properly like into like fitness, I would say. And like me and Ashita were like, oh, we are really gonna get our ass hooked by them. But yeah, so we did pretty well, I would say. I mean, for our first time, it was tough.
Yeah, of
Really tough.
course. I'd say more than pretty well, that's for sure. But like, what was it like? Like, were you guys nervous? How did you guys prepare for that mentally going into it?
Okay, so you go in like the first day you like check in and they do all like the paperwork and stuff. So the first day is like a basic like baby step sort of thing into like they give you like a warm up into like the whole event. It's called like the prologue stage. So that was fine. That was easy, little mud holes and not a lot of winching and not getting stuck in mud. We did pretty well. Like the first day when we got our results, we were like out of 13 teams, we were fourth. So we were quite happy. First day our four-wheel drive didn't work. So I mean, it was okay. We managed. It worked on and off because all these electrical things in these vehicles. But yeah, so second day, I mean, they basically give you, how can I say? They basically give you like a rough idea. They say like, okay, so this is where you're gonna be, and this is how the day is gonna be like. Like they pretty much tell you how many stages are there. So if they say there are 6 stages, so that's like 3 before lunch and 3 after lunch. So our first day we had no idea, so they gave us a briefing and we were like, okay, let's take it easy, it's not going to be that bad. They let you walk the track, like it's not man-made, it's like basically in the jungle, like they clear some shrubs and bushes and trees and like you clear them also while you're racing. But so yeah, so you have the chance to walk the track with your co-driver, like you can go and see like which gear you have to start off in, and like at what point the co-driver needs to get down and start winching, things like that you could coordinate beforehand. So yeah, so the mud pit was really bad and it was like stinking and it was disgusting, I would say, like for my first time. So Ashmita drove and I was the co-driver and I just looked at her and I was like, dude, like please don't make me get down in this mud hole. Like that was like my only thing. I was like, I don't want to get muddy because it looked really disgusting. But yeah, so we gave it our best try and we got stuck right at the beginning. It was bad. We had to pull everything out. Actually the door was stuck to a tree, so I couldn't open the door. So I had to creep out of the window. And Ashita was just basically throwing all the S-hooks and the tree trunk protectors and all of that. But yeah, there was mud above my waist. So I was pretty much trying to like run through the mud. Actually, like when I actually got in, that was my first time I got into mud and my shoe got stuck. And I just, like we have intercoms where we talk to each other. So I just looked at Ashita and I was like, dude, my shoe is stuck. I was like, I'm just going to leave it here and run if that's the case. I thought that I'll never be able to pull out my foot with the shoe. It was bad,
Oh
that
my
bad. So
God.
yeah, that was an amazing, that first stage, like first day was an amazing experience for us. Yeah.
Crazy. So like, when I was researching on you, so I was like looking for articles and like how like you did certain things just to like get to know you better.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of talk about four into four racing, and like there's not a lot of talk about like your achievements and stuff. Like, why is that so? Why is it so
You mean in
niche
Sri
still within
Lanka,
the
like in terms of
yeah
my
in Sri
art?
Lanka?
Yeah, because okay, so like let me tell you a little bit about, so when we went in 2016, because it's a big chunk of money, so we wanted to get some sponsors also to like ease off our expenses. So when you're looking for sponsors, it was really difficult for us to actually score some sponsors. I mean, obviously, like that was like our first year getting into the sport. So like a lot of people were like, what are these two girls like who have absolutely no idea about off-roading? What are they going to go and do? And like also I would say like motorsports in Sri Lanka isn't recognized as a very big sport. Like it's in general, I would say it's difficult to score sponsors. So yeah, we found it really difficult and we were speaking to like media companies and we were like, hey, like do you want us to like, do you want to do like a couple of articles on us and stuff like that? But I would say the first year was really difficult, 2016. But eventually say like after we came back in 2016 and 2018, like I felt like people are reaching out to us. They were like, hey, like, can we do interviews on your, can we do like morning shows and like live talk shows and things like that. I felt like also people didn't know what we were like, what we were doing. Like when you say off-road, I think people have absolutely no idea. Like, so it's, I think it's just in Sri Lanka. It's not around the world. So yeah, so I guess like now people do know me and Ashita as like the two girls who go off-roading abroad. So yeah, so it's
No, that's amazing. I think you guys deserve more spotlight because when Malsha messaged me after my chat with her and she was like, you need to
yes.
get Maryse, like you need to get Maryse on your live show. And I was like,
Thank
okay,
you,
okay, like
Masha.
what?
I'm online because of you. She's an amazing friend.
And I was like, okay, what's the deal? And then as soon as she said the name, it didn't reflect with me. And then she sent your profile. I was like, yes, this girl's been following me for like ages, and we've been like
Yeah.
talking on like DMs and stuff like that. And then when I was like, yes, like of course, like everyone, like especially people like you deserve like a chance to speak and like about all your achievements and everything as well. So like I also want to know like there's obviously a lot of biasness against women. There's sexual harassment. There's like when it comes to corporates, there's like glass ceiling effect and all of those things. What is it like being a woman driving, or like especially obviously when you went and competed, there were other women out there, but like in Sri Lanka, what's it like being a woman driver
I
or
feel, I
racer?
don't know, I feel like we had like, apart from like our family and friends who actually knew what we were doing, I felt like we didn't have support from the public per se, because like I said, I feel like people think like motorsports, like in general, like let it be karting, like off-roading or whatever. I feel that they think it's like a male-dominated sport in Sri Lanka specifically. So it's like when we decided to go out there, people were pretty much like, I'm sure there would have been people who even like thought like we'll not get anywhere. Like there were people who really asked us, are you sure you really want to do this? Like it's so difficult, it's tough, like can you all do it? I feel it's a culture also in Sri Lanka. So yeah, I
Yeah,
guess, I
and
mean
to
it's
add to that, like
changing
add on,
now.
yeah. So I was waiting for you to talk, and you didn't talk. Okay, I'm gonna talk.
Right.
No, so like I want to ask you, like obviously there's a lot of for men and women, but women more than men, I think for sure, where you are told to act a certain way, grow up a certain way, go towards a certain career, become a housewife in the future in some families, but you've
Yeah,
like literally gone off road with all of those and
yeah.
carved your own path around with along with Ashwita. What was that like? Obviously, you just mentioned that your family has been your support system. You've had like good
Yeah,
support around you. But for women who don't have that support, like what would you tell to them when they want to do something that's not the norm?
I I guess like you just need to do what you want to do, right? Like I mean, you can't really, you're not an ice cream. You can't make everybody happy. I mean, like my neighbor would be like, "Hey, you shouldn't do that." I mean, it's not like something you should do. I guess I just need to listen to what I want to do, what I want to achieve in life, because I guess if you are going to listen to so many people and try to make everybody happy and like stuff like that, I feel like you can't achieve what you want to achieve in your life. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like there will be people who believe in you and who support you. But apart from that, I guess if you want to achieve something, I think you need to get out there and go get it. Because I
let's
mean,
let's change the question a bit. So in a world where you didn't have the support you had, right?
mhm,
You had everyone telling you no, don't do it.
right,
Go work a full-time job. Like this doesn't have certain income. It's going to be hard to get sponsors. All of those things.
right,
What like how would you have still pursued what you did today?
absolutely. I would. I think I
And
would
and
fight for
and
what I
why?
want.
Why would you pursue it? Why do you love it so much?
Racing, I mean, it's just a part of me. I mean, it's who I am. I'm into cars, I'm into racing, I'm into off-roading. So it defines who I am today. So I guess I will chase after my dream regardless who stands in my way. And whatever support I get, with whatever support I don't get, I think I'll still go after it. So yeah.
Amazing. And what do you see off-roading being for the future? Do you keep competing in the future? Like especially now with what's happening right now with COVID-19, things are so
Right.
uncertain. There'll be a lot of restrictions going around and stuff like that. What do you see your career being in the future?
I mean, there were a lot of races planned out for this year. I mean, in fact, like I said, myself and Ashwita, we didn't take part in. We didn't take part in Sri Lanka, so we wanted to actually run in Sri Lanka this year. So there was a racing calendar which was put out, like off-roading per se. So we wanted to take part in a couple of races, but I don't know. I don't think with this situation, until everything gets cleared here and both internationally, I don't think any sports governing body will give the green light to go forward with any races. And I think that's the best for now. Like, I mean, this situation is not under control. So probably maybe
Yeah.
in about another 5 to 6 months. But I feel like this year it's gonna be dull in terms of racing for us.
Yeah.
So
So what
yeah.
do you and Ashwita seeing yourselves do in the meantime?
I don't know. Maybe start like I don't know. We've really not given it a thought per se right now, but we also
It's
did
it's in
have
the it's in the mind.
it's being processed, but we also did want to like start this whole thing where we wanted to train anybody, but especially like girls who reached out to us to like get into off-roading. But I think that also has to be put on hold with this whole thing. So I
Yeah.
don't know per se, like starting something like business wise, I would say like everything needs to be done like
Yeah.
slowly. I don't know, at this given time, I don't think you could really like start up anything per se.
Yeah.
But yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully
Amazing.
something will work out. And
So according to the chat, you are apparently a foodie, but
yeah,
obviously you
oh my
are,
God.
you are the car girl who lifts. So how do you balance emptying out the fridge and lifting at the same time?
I don't know, Sharon. I just eat like I think I'm really blessed with like a really good metabolism because I eat a lot. Like
You and me
a lot.
both.
I mean yeah. But I think it's just so I have another cousin, she also eats like me, but like I think with aging I feel like the metabolism would slow down. But mostly like so like I started fitness basically because of off-roading because it has helped me a lot. So when I went in 2016, I realized that just, just some random runs and swimming isn't going to cut it for me. Like I needed like proper strength. So that's when I actually started working out. So yeah, but yeah, I also try to eat healthy like most of the time I do. But like it's difficult because like I love to eat junk food. So like I try to have a balance of like healthy food and junk food. Like I try to snack healthy. I try to like substitute it with like maybe like if I want to eat like a lot of peanut butter, I would like eat the peanut butter with like an apple. So like things like that. But yeah, I'm like a big foodie. I love food
I love
and
it.
I live to
I love
eat.
it. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna put you on the spot. Okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot. If you had to choose between eating your favorite food for the rest of your life, all right,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
if you get to do that, you have to give up off-roading for the rest of your life and eat healthy.
Oh,
What would you
you want
choose?
me to choose between
So
eating?
it's either eating junk food for the rest of your life and
Okay.
enjoying food and like literally your life will be sorted. Like don't worry about your life. It'll be
Okay.
sorted. You'll
Mm-hmm.
have money you can buy,
Okay.
or off-roading for the rest of your life. But while off-roading, you can't have any junk food. You have to eat healthy food for the rest of your life. So which would you pick?
I think off-roading. Definitely, like no doubt. I
But
mean,
you
I
can't
mean,
eat
see,
junk food. It's
I
gone.
mean,
Like not even a McFlurry.
okay. So when you go off-roading, what you don't know is like we do like the thing is we eat like so we stock up like whatever we can and we take it to the jungle because we don't come out. So like, and also like we take like whatever like canned food and a lot of chocolate, and chocolate is like energy for us. So yeah, so like I mean I would choose that because I'll anyway get to eat like something. But like if I go on like healthy food, then I'll have like no off-roading, and that's gonna be like disaster. So yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough. I put you on the spot. So I want to also ask you, since you like lifting so much, and since it's become such a big, important part of your life, especially because it supplements off-roading. There's obviously a stigma behind like women who lift, where it'll make them look manly and all of those things. But obviously that's not the case. What do you think about that?
I mean, if you lift and if you look manly, I mean, I would have looked manly by now, but then I also don't really stick to a diet. But I mean, I think women who just get into fitness, I feel like they really have it in them. Like, or like their mom would be like, Anna, don't lift heavy. You'll have like bulky arms and legs and stuff. But I think also like now, like girls are reading and they're reading and they have more knowledge. So like they don't really listen to things like that anymore. But I also would say there is a portion of people who also do listen, and they're like, I don't want to do weights, only cardio. Like cardio is the only thing which can make me lose weight, sort of thing. But yeah, I guess I mean
Yeah,
gaining
that's
muscle is
good. No,
hard.
I think.
You know that gaining muscle is hard, huh?
Oh, yeah, on another
So
level. Right now, I'm not
yeah.
gaining anything except for more sleeping time.
Yeah,
But
I guess
go
I,
ahead.
I don't think gyms would be open for at least a good couple of months, at least 4 to 5 months.
Yeah, Debsy said that you're a
So,
badminton champion as well. Is that true?
oh, you're a badminton champ.
What? How did I not know this? Okay, so fun fact.
No. I mean, I just play. No.
No, go ahead.
No. I just play badminton just for the fun of it. I mean, just to keep
No,
fit,
but
I would
Debsy
say.
is saying you're a champ. That means you're good
Jeez,
at it.
man, I know. So before this whole quarantine thing, we like got together and we started playing down the lane. So like, so yeah, I used to like
So we
smash.
should So we should play sometime. Definitely
Sure,
when I'm back. I will definitely join your lane badminton sessions because I
sounds good.
love badminton. It's my favorite sport to play.
Oh wow, okay.
I used to play it. I was junior and senior captain at school, and I trained for nationals, but I turned it down
But why would you do that?
because my family said education was more important.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I know. It was one of those decisions. But no, I still play. Like, I love playing. It's a lot of fun. But you're also a kick-ass swimmer. You're modest. My God. Maryse,
Oh
you're like
wow.
your
I mean, I
sports
mean,
is like, so what do you not do? So you're a swimmer as well.
yes, I did a lot of sports when I was back in school. Like I would say, like I don't know, I did tennis, swimming, basketball, squash. I
Amazing.
didn't play badminton in school, but I used to be in the water polo team. Yeah. So
Amazing. Okay.
a
So
little bit of
my next
everything.
question for you,
Sure.
Maryse. When life hits hard, obviously there's a lot of things that happen in life that can make you question a lot of things, especially with the decisions you make that you think are for your betterment. I'm talking about obviously mental health. How have you really dug deep, and how have you gotten out of situations in your life when everything is against you?
Sorry, Sharon, are you talking about like I didn't get your question like properly. I didn't
So the
understand it.
question is, when obviously there have been times in your life where it's been quite tough, right?
Okay.
It could be so many things. It could be so many things where people have doubted you, or it could be relationships, it could be work, it could be anything, right? Even competition. So when you competed in certain things, there would have been moments that you were just like really, really like questioning things, right?
Mm-hmm.
How have you personally gotten out of those situations from a mental standpoint?
Okay, so I actually have a lot of faith. I pray a lot. I'm a Catholic. So I would say like I mean during tough times, good times, bad times, but especially during tough situations, uh, I would pray, like that's like my main thing. Like I would have faith and I would pray and just hope and pray that everything would be okay. I guess that's like my main stronghold when things don't go right for me. So yeah, it has
Amazing.
brought me this far in life. So I mean, I have no doubt in my faith. So yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Maryse, I can't wait to be back in Sri Lanka so you can take me in your car and show me how good of
Oh
a
my
racer you are.
God.
But personally, like I love driving. Like I love driving. Putting on some good
Really?
music and just driving with no destination is one of my favorite things to do. And we definitely have to. Obviously, I have a Kia, so like when I raced against my friend's Audi, I didn't make it. So
Okay, so that's, yeah, I mean, obviously, okay. But
but other than that, yeah, it's driving is like for me, it's like therapeutic. I was speaking to Ryan earlier, and when he said it's therapeutic, like for me, getting into the car, putting some good music, and just like driving around with no destination is like one of the best experiences. So
I
when I'm
agree. I
back, I will
wish.
definitely take you up on a Subi ride.
Awesome. Sounds good. Definitely.
All right. So apparently you're a singer as well, Maryse. The list of
I
things that
think
you
I
do
think
is
my friends need to go have an afternoon nap. I think.
Maryse, I'm not going to ask you to sing. I will not put you in that spot.
Please no.
Uh,
But yeah. So yeah, sorry. So I did a little bit of voice training back when I was in school. Like I was in the school choir. Now I'm in the church choir. I like to sing. I sing in the shower. Nobody criticizes
so
me
are you
there.
saying now that you want to sing?
No, I'm not
Because you're
saying I
adding
want to.
frame, you're
No,
adding.
no. I think you're getting it wrong. Absolutely not. I don't want to sing.
No, so sing, so. It's okay. If you really want to
No,
sing,
no,
this is
no.
your moment.
Who? No, I cannot sing.
Everyone.
Let's move on to.
People who don't even know you are asking you to sing.
No, she knows me very well. Trust me.
So sing 2 lines. 2 lines before you go.
No. No singing. Not, you can't do this to me. Not today.
No, I'm kidding. Maryse, thank you so much. But before you go, I want to ask you, what does kindness mean to you in your life?
Kindness is, I mean, helping somebody in need. I mean, it might be somebody outside, it might be somebody on the road, it might be somebody who's with me. I mean, my maids, anybody. I mean, I feel like putting a smile on somebody's face. That's kindness. Helping somebody who's in need. Yeah, that's all kindness. I mean, you're doing a great job at it, and everything about what you do is about kindness. And thank you so much for spreading that positivity in the world. I think the world needs it. The world needs more kindness. Seriously. So yeah.
Amazing. Pleasure to finally like talk to you. Like after
You
so
too.
many years, like I can't wait to meet you in person. And I think Shehan said it right. Kindness is not hating on others' subis. So yeah, that is also kindness, brother. But Maryse, thank you so much for joining. Have a
Thanks, Sharon.
beautiful day ahead. Before you leave, can you just tell us where we can find you in terms of social media and any future projects you're working on and final thoughts?
I'm on Instagram. I'm Car Girl Who Lives. And I'm also on Facebook as Maryse Navaratne. Projects are on hold currently because of this whole thing which is happening in the country. But we'll be back with something for sure. And I love your live session, Sharon. It's a great thing. It's a great thing to speak to everybody, have people engaged, and yeah, keep it up. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
once
I
again.
think as long as we help one person, I think some people on the chat or a lot of people in the chat were having fun during this session. So
Trust me,
as as long
they
as
were waiting for this opportunity. Like I had friends who were like doing countdowns. They were like, it's 3, 2, 1, and they're like, he's late. It's like 1:01. So, yeah.
I love that. I apologize for getting late,
That's
but
fine.
I
That's
think
fine.
we all had fun, and this was half an hour of our day that was a lot of fun. So thank you so much, Maryse.
Thank you. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
So guys, that was Maryse. She's clearly very awesome at what she does. Do give her a follow, show her some love. All of the friends here, thank you so much for joining and making the chat so much fun as well. You guys are awesome. Stick around if you guys would like. There's more happening. Three more chats coming on. So stick around. We're going to speak to an astronaut. We're going to speak to another singer. And one more guest to end the day. So I will see you guys soon.